I'm going to be brutally honest with you. What I am about to share is not what your father told you. It is not what your teachers drilled into you. It is what society desperately hopes you never learn. In fact, most men will go to their graves completely blind to this. And that is exactly how the system wants it. Because once you hear this, you can't unhear it. This is the kind of knowledge that splits your life in two. The time before you knew, and the time after. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolò Machiavelli wrote the most dangerous truths about human nature ever recorded. So dangerous, the church banned his book. So powerful that kings and presidents have studied it in secret, while condemning it in public. Why? Because Machiavelli didn't write theory. He wrote the operating manual for human beings. Not how we pretend to work, but how we actually work. And here is the part that should terrify you. The people who already know these truths, they are using them against you every single day. In boardrooms, in relationships, in politics. They are playing chess while you are still playing checkers. So ask yourself, why didn't anyone teach you this? The answer is simple. Society has programmed you to believe that seeing reality makes you cynical. That strategy makes you manipulative. That understanding power makes you evil. But here is the brutal truth. Ignorance is not virtue. Ignorance is weakness. And starting right now, I am going to make you powerful. I am going to make you dangerous. This journey is not for everyone. It requires courage. So before we go deeper into the abyss, I want you to make a choice. Go to the comments and simply write, I choose to see. It is a declaration, a commitment to reality, no matter how uncomfortable. The pact is made. The blindfold is coming off. Let's begin with the first forbidden lesson. You've been told a lie your whole life. The lie is that people are rational, that we weigh choices with logic. This is the most dangerous illusion. Machiavelli saw the truth 500 years ago. He wrote, "Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Everyone can see, few can feel." In plain words, people choose based on appearances, on what feels right, not what is right. Most don't want truth. They want comfort. They chase feelings like addicts. This is the first law. The first law: emotion is gravity. Facts are dust. You have been playing the game wrong. You were told to persuade people with facts, to win arguments with evidence, to show them the rational path. But facts don't move people. Feelings do. The man who masters feelings, who knows how to bypass logic and speak straight to the heart, he controls every room he enters. He doesn't waste time trying to prove he is right. He makes people feel he is right. And that is infinitely more powerful. Think about the greatest manipulators in history. They rose with speeches that inflamed anger, fear, and hope. Corporations don't sell you chemical formulas. They sell you happiness in a bottle. This is why you lose arguments. This is why your advice is ignored. You thought people were rational. They are not. So here is your first dark lesson. Stop trying to change minds with facts. Start shaping emotions. Want to influence a partner? Don't argue about logic. Make them experience the pain of losing you or the joy of pleasing you. The man who argues with facts is a school teacher. The man who manipulates feelings is a king. Once you understand this, you will see through everyone. The politician's smile, the influencer's brand, the co-worker's excuses, all are masks designed to protect feelings, not reveal truth. But once you see the mask, you can pull the strings. The second law: weakness is not a void, it is a vacuum. There are only two kinds of people in this world: predators and prey. Strip away the polite masks, the politics, the morality ... and what you're left with is the oldest law of nature. The strong take, the weak are taken from. And here is the hidden cruelty. Weakness doesn't just fail to protect you. It actively attracts predators, like blood in the water. Think about it. Why do bullies single out the quiet kid, not the fighter? Why do corporations cut the weakest employees first? Why do some people abandon the one who bends and cling to the one who stands firm? Because predators always choose the easy meal. Machiavelli knew this. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both," not because fear is noble, but because fear keeps the wolves away. Love without strength invites betrayal. But here is the sinister twist most men never realize. Weakness doesn't just destroy you, it corrupts everyone around you. A weak man forces others to carry him. He drains the strong until they either cut him loose or collapse with him. A weak man makes the world harsher for everyone else. Because when predators devour him, they don't stop. They look for the next meal. That is why weakness is more dangerous than cruelty. Cruel men at least stand on their own. Weak men become black holes, pulling others down with them. Society tells you to be harmless, to soften yourself. They call it sensitivity. They call it being a better man. But the truth is, the man who cannot defend himself, his family, or his reputation is not a good man. He is a liability. Strength is not optional. It is the price of survival. Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. Niccolò Machiavelli. The third law: nice is a mask, good is a weapon. Your father, your teachers, your mother, they all told you the same thing. Be nice, be agreeable, don't make waves, and people will like you. They lied. Or more charitably, they were fools. People confuse weakness with goodness. They confuse obedience with virtue. They confuse being nice with being valuable. This is why people say they want a nice partner, but end up with someone who breaks the rules. This is why companies praise the team player while promoting the ruthless strategist. The world keeps rewarding the ones you call bad boys, tyrants, and sharks. Because nice is not the same as good. Nice is avoiding conflict because you are afraid. Nice is saying what people want to hear, so you will be liked. Nice is seeking approval. Good is something else entirely. Good is having the hard conversation no one else will. Good is saying what needs to be said, even when it makes others uncomfortable. Good is standing firm on principle, even if it makes you hated. Nice guys chase approval. Good men earn respect. And here is the brutal twist. People don't respect the nice guy. Bosses don't trust the nice guy. Because niceness without strength is just disguised weakness. And weakness is repulsive. You can be kind without being weak. You can be good without being nice. But you cannot be respected if you are weak. So take this lesson. Stop trying to be liked. Start demanding to be respected. The fourth law: loyalty is a contract, not a feeling. You are probably told that loyalty is everything. Be loyal to your friends, your company, your partner. But Machiavelli saw the world for what it is, not what it pretends to be. And his warning was brutal. Love is fragile. Love is conditional. Love is loyal only when it benefits the one giving it. You've seen this play out 1,000 times, but you didn't have the courage to name it. The friend who only calls when he needs something. The company that preaches "we're a family" until the next round of layoffs. The partner who keeps their options open while demanding your total commitment. This is not loyalty. It is exploitation dressed as loyalty. And here's the part most men never understand. Loyalty without reciprocity is not noble. It is weakness. A man who keeps giving loyalty to people who don't return, it is not virtuous. He is a fool. And fools are made to be used. Think about the strongest people you know. Are they blindly loyal? Do they stay after betrayal or disrespect? Of course not. They are loyal with strategy. They know loyalty is a contract. Once it's broken, it's over. The hard truth. Loyalty isn't about being a dog that follows no matter what. It's about being a wolf that walks beside those who prove worthy and shows teeth when they are not. So give loyalty, but don't give it cheap. Test people. See who stands with you when there's nothing to gain. Notice who shows up in your storms, not only in your sunshine. A man who demands loyalty but never gives it back is a tyrant. A man who keeps giving loyalty to those who waste it is a slave. A prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promises. Niccolò Machiavelli. The fifth law: reputation is a ghost, and ghosts are real. A man without a reputation is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." Translation: it doesn't matter who you are. It matters who they think you are. And that is where most men fail. They think authenticity means showing everything. They overshare. They expose their fears, their weaknesses, their doubts. And then they wonder why no one respects them. Here is the truth. The world doesn't reward the real you. The world rewards the strategic you. Your reputation is the armor that shields you, the sword that cuts through lies. It is the ghost that precedes you into every room. With a strong reputation, enemies hesitate. With a weak reputation, even your friends doubt you. Perception is reality. And if you don't control your perception, someone else will control it for you. Want to be seen as competent? Never whine about problems. Present solutions. Want to be seen as valuable? Don't always be available. Scarcity creates worth. Want to be seen as powerful? Never explain your decisions to people who can't affect your life. This is strategic authenticity. Not being fake, but revealing only the parts of yourself that serve your goals. Reputation is like fire. Left unattended, it dies. Spread too wildly, it burns you alive. But controlled, it gives light, warmth, and fear. You have now seen what most men will never see. That people are emotional, not rational. That weakness is a vacuum that attracts predators. That nice is the mask of the weak. That loyalty is a currency of exchange. And that your reputation is more real than you are. You were trained to close your eyes. But now, the blindfold is off. And here is the most dangerous part. You can't go back. From this moment on, you will see every smile as a potential mask, every promise as potential bait, every act of virtue as a potential strategy. You have stepped into the darkness. And once you've seen it, the light will never blind you again. The question is no longer will you learn these truths. You already have. The question is, what will you do with them? Because knowledge like this is a weapon. In the hands of the weak, it turns into paranoia and fear. But in the hands of the strong, it becomes power. The kind of power that bends the world. Machiavelli's lessons are not an invitation to become a monster. They are an invitation to stop being prey. The world is a jungle, and in the jungle, you cannot survive with the morality of a sheep. You need the cunning of the fox and the strength of the lion. You need to be both, cunning enough to see the traps and strong enough to frighten the wolves. This is the path of integration. It is not about abandoning your kindness or your goodness. It is about arming them. It is about understanding that true goodness in a dangerous world must be strategic. It must be protected. It must be, when necessary, ruthless. A good man who is also a nice man, a harmless man, is not a good man. He is a good victim. The truly good man is the one who has the capacity for great harm, but chooses, with discipline, to use that capacity for a higher purpose. He is the man who has integrated his shadow. He has looked at the Machiavellian truths of the world without flinching, and he has chosen to become a strategist for the light. You have been given the keys to a forbidden kingdom. You now understand the hidden economy of fear and reward, the temporary nature of trust, the necessity of masks, and the strategic use of truth. You see the world not as it pretends to be, but as it is, a constant, silent war for power. What you do with this knowledge will define the rest of your life. You can retreat back into the comfortable lie. You can pretend you never heard these words. You can go back to playing checkers, hoping the chess masters will spare you. Or you can step onto the board. You can accept the brutal reality of human nature and use that knowledge not for personal gain alone, but to protect what you love, to build something that lasts, to become a force for order in a world of chaos. This is the final, unspoken lesson of Machiavelli. The ultimate power is not in dominating others. It is in mastering yourself so completely that you are no longer a victim of their games. It is in becoming so strong, so clear, so strategically aware, that your very presence becomes a stabilizing force. You become a man whose kindness is respected, because it is a choice, not a necessity, whose loyalty is valued, because it is earned, not given freely, whose word has weight, because it is backed by the quiet threat of consequence. The honest man is not noble. He is prey. But the man who masters the art of strategic honesty ... he is a king. If you are strong enough to carry this weapon, if you are ready to stop being prey and start being a player, then make your declaration. Join the men who are choosing to see. Go to the comments and declare your new understanding. Write, "I play chess." It is a declaration that you understand the true nature of the game. A commitment to seeing reality, no matter how brutal. Subscribe to the Thinker's Codex. Your real training has just begun.